Hello everyone, it's Master here, and today we are in my LEGO Life on Mars base. So, this is pretty big. It's probably the biggest base I've ever worked on. It consists of, that's my camera base thing that I made, so just move that away for now. It consists of 3 base plates, and I don't know how many pieces, but it definitely consists of a lot. So, I did not build this all at once this year. I built a while ago at this, and this as well. So yes, let's get into this. First, we will start with this building, which is my control center and on the first floor, and the laboratory on the second floor. So I'll just set my camera down so I can move the light so you can actually see inside, so it won't just be a big blurry thing that really doesn't look nice. Okay, so this is inside. I'll go on the first floor first. That makes sense. Here is a sliding door, and it does open to show you across the road to my supply and energy station. This here is kind of an alarm that's supposed to ring. Supposed to do that, and it's supposed to ring. Of course it doesn't. This here, this hologramic screen, has been around for so long because I used it in my first MOC, and then again in my Lost Clones on Felucia MOC, which was a collaboration I tried to make but never worked out, so I deleted the video. But it is now in here. There's a chair with some controls and control panels on the top and the bottom with 2 control sticks. Here's a smaller hologramic screen that was just built here, and this one comes with a little pad with numbers, and another control pad, a regular one, and another chair. Up here is the laboratory with the Life on Mars character named Doc. He's not my custom minifigure, so I won't go into too much detail about him, but since he's supposed to be some scientist, I gave him the laboratory. Here are 2 kind of tables, and the green, you're probably wondering what all these green things are. Those are supposed to be the crystals that they find on Mars for power crystals, and here there's this sort of tool or something that's above one of these crystals, and you can move it off to the side. Whoops, that fell off. That never happens, but of course when I show it to you it does happen. Since it's transparent, it's kind of hard to see on the floor if it falls, but I will put it back. So here it is. It does move back and forth. It is kind of delicate, but anyway. Now let's move on to this part of the laboratory. You're probably wondering what this is. That is a microscope, and I tried to make it as detailed as possible with the eye pieces. And down there, the transparent clear thing is a light. And right here is a crystal. It's being examined. And here are 4 little bottles of chemicals and such. Right here's this one room that's just for this strange box. This here is supposed to be some sort of laser kind of door that just opens, but since I cannot do that, of course, this here opens. There's nothing in there now because it's supposed to stand at the 1x2 little part there, but there's nothing there right now. So let's get onto the roof. This roof has a lot of things on it. I tried to put as much detail on there as possible. This here was on my YouTube MOC. I did take it apart because I needed all my base plates. And here are some antennas, a radar dish, big antenna, another antenna, it's the same as this, and 2 lights. So I'm going to move my light yet again. Gives you something to look at for just a couple of seconds. Right here is some sort of little land. Wait, no, I'll go on this first. This here is actually one of those minifigure collection things. It came with the astronaut, and I use it to be like they have in the television series Star Trek, where they can be beamed somewhere, so they can be transported, so their particles are disassembled and reassembled somewhere else. So that's what this is supposed to be. And let's get back to this. This is a little speeder that has pretty powerful engine, so it can go pretty quickly. And it's locked. Here. You're probably wondering how I can get it off, but this here moves up, and then it can go away. If you want to see how that works, I will show it to you right now. And I'll just move these minifigures out of the way, and these rocks as well. So, how it works is that this here comes up, because it's kind of pressing this against this bottom part where it's gray, right above the red grill. So it's pushing it between there and this piece. And since this here is kind of, it moves in a little bit and then it sticks back out again, it kind of becomes, the vehicle becomes trapped. So, yes, that's it for the vehicle. This vehicle is meant to be something for the scientist to use. So I'll just take the scientist, sit him down, well, Doc, sit him down, and there he goes on the speeder. This here has a grill for controls. So, it's not too detailed, but I definitely do like the speeder. I think, well, I did work very hard on it. Don't ask how long, but it did take about a half an hour at least. So I will put this minifigure back up here. It probably looks horrible, so I won't look at that part. Moving on, well, I'll just put this back. I'll just put these minifigures back here. I know I have this one Lego Life on Mars at the large ship, but I'm not using that because it would take up too much space. Here are 2 rocks. These come with the Lego City lava things. The reason why I bought them is because I wanted to have some crystals, and they kind of work well with my power miners. And moving on to this large thing, it's pretty tall. This here is supposed to be a repair place for vehicles. See, all of these vehicles here can actually get a repair job, because I'll just take this minifigure here. Here's some controls. And here's this little ramp, which was also from my YouTube MOC. I had to take it apart, as I said before, because I needed the base plates. And base plates cost $14, which are horribly overpriced. It's just one piece. I go understand that. So, here's apparently some sort of banister, so the minifigures don't fall 2 stories. these controls are supposed to operate. Wait, this looks pretty bad. I'm going to have to bring my light to give you something to look at for a little bit. There we go. Still not that great. That's probably the best I can do. Seems to be okay. So this little bridge moves up and down, so it can travel onto here, so the minifigure can get on and repair the vehicle. And this vehicle is the one with the crane. Now I will show you how the other vehicles look while having a little repair done. So first off, I will take this vehicle. This is what it looks like while it's getting a repair. And this is what this vehicle looks like while it's getting a repair. So this is made so that all the vehicles can get a repair done, because all the vehicles will eventually break down if they do not get a repair. Moving on further, whoops, I just kicked my chair. So here's this little satellite launcher that I just built today. Everything else except this was built yesterday. The satellite except wasn't. And this here is a kind of a handle, so that this here can be raised up pretty high, actually. From here to there. So it can be launched. And this little tube is for sort of power. For power. And here are two gates that should say, well, not say, but they represent, well, not represent, but they show you that you cannot really, not supposed to go further than that point. And moving on further to the back, I will put my light back in its original position, because you already saw the far right part. Here is this little satellite. This comes with the LEGO Life on Mars, the ship. I forgot what it's called. Oh, I can't believe that. Solar Explorer, I think. If you want to look that up to see if I'm right, go ahead and. But don't scream at me saying, "Oh, you don't know what you're even reviewing." Not even reviewing, just showing you part of it. But the satellite is very nice. There's one extra light piece because, well, circular 1x1 piece that was the only extra part in that set, so I just decided to stick it on. And it says, well, not says, but tells you that you should not go beyond that point, because it is receiving information, and that might, it's in working order. So, right here, you might recognize this from my last video. And this is my second Life on Mars MOC. And right here, there's this ladder, right there. And the minifigure's up here, and to show you, is putting some supplies in there. Over here, there are some more supplies, which is that other crate. And the same supplies as last time, 2 wrenches and some sort of device. If you want to check out my Life on Mars review, see this little 2-wheeled vehicle, you can go do that after this. Or right now, if you really don't feel like watching this. So, instead of saying I have to turn the whole thing around, I actually just need to turn one of the base plates around, which is a good thing for me, because one time I recorded my attack on Utapau MOC Part 2, and many things fell off, and I really hope this does not happen. It does not happen right now, because this is a lot harder to build than Utapau. Annoying. I'll need to move my lights. If you're wondering what all the noise was, that was just one of my parents passing through behind. Just 2 spare batteries that there to remind me that I need to recharge them. And here's where the crystals are converted to power. Here's one of the other computers. And down here are some barrels and a box that are used to transport things. So let me just turn this back around, and I will be finishing up the video very soon, actually. I know this video is very, very long, but it was all necessary, actually. Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure that many of you large-scale MOC builders have had the feeling of when you are moving your MOC and hooping that it will not fall apart on you. And that's exactly what I'm feeling right now when I just turned that around. So, well, I'll just put it down one more time. I'm sorry for that, but this is a very, very, very big MOC. Well, especially for me. If you want to check out like Solid Brick Studios and Chris Productions and see how big their MOCs are, don't ask me. I don't spend as much money on Lego as they do. So, all of this is necessary for this whole MOC. Not one building here is unnecessary, and they all work together. They all work together. Except this one. All of them work together. So, what happens here is that this vehicle and this vehicle are supposed to come in, drop off this, and inside there's the green crystal. And what happens then is that it gets shipped off to the laboratory. It's right here, this building. And then, after the crystal gets past the checkpoint, it gets shipped over to the energy station, and they get converted into energy, and then they get put into those barrels that are directly behind this wall. Then this vehicle comes over and takes the barrels and ships them over into other parts of the base. This is not supposed to be the whole Life on Mars base. It's kind of unrealistic, but it's supposed to be at least part of it, of a base all to the rest part of the base, like this laboratory right here to the vehicles. Or instead of shipping it in the base, it can be shipped off of Mars with the satellite and kind of a transporting cargo. So yes, this whole thing works together. And you're probably wondering why. I just have I'll just put this back down. Sorry. I have to put my light back again. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I'd have to do this again. But right here, there's a big open space. And what's supposed to be there, since this is just part 1 of this, there's supposed to be a large laser for defense, which I kind of tied this into the Lego Mars mission kind of theme, even though I don't have any of the sets. But they might need something to defend them, so I kind of started building this laser. I still have a long way to go with it. It kind of looks pretty bad. Sorry, I kicked my chair again. And this here opens up to reveal what's inside the laser beam. Might want to start a new one, or just fix this one. But there will be a larger laser here later on. If not, I just can't build one. But I'm pretty sure I can. So that will be coming later, and also there will be a few smaller things. Because if you did not notice this, I will tell you that over here there are these yellow 1x1 circular pieces and these little arrows, which show you basically where the road is. And right here is nothing. So I'll be putting small things there. I don't know what, but there will be little small things on the side, I don't know. But there will be something, because there's a big space. There, that should be a space. This should be a space. That over there should be a space. But here and there should not be a space. So, yes, this is it for part 1 of building my Lego Life on Mars base. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out part 2 when it comes out. I do not know when it will come out, because if you don't see an update, there is nothing to update. So I'm not just going to make videos to waste your time. So that is it for this MOC video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!